expected to register a GDP growth of 6.0% in 2024.
In order to assist investors, Uganda has also made several strides to improve the general business environment. These include streamlined tax procedures, improved infrastructure, specifically electricity, and development of human resource. Our commitment to good governance, transparency, and the rule of law ensures a stable and a predictable business environment.
The development partners at the summit urged government to focus more on niche sectors or low-hanging fruits such as tourism and agriculture.
Trade and investment and tourism offer us a unique opportunity to generate employment, and I could hear somebody talk about that in earlier conversation, unlock market opportunities, capital and financing necessary to expand economic growth opportunities, drive technological advancement, and accelerate progress of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, Agenda 2063 of the African Union.
The theme of this forum, deeper cooperation in trade, tourism and investment for shared global affluence, encapsulates, I think, our shared vision for a prosperous future. And I firmly believe that initiatives like this are instrumental in mobilizing higher levels of private investments and creating new business opportunities in Uganda. Micro, small and medium enterprises are the backbone of Uganda's economy, but they face the critical challenge of limited access to affordable financing. And it is within this context that business forums emerge as a pivotal platform for fostering jobs creation and sustainable economic growth.
Government of Uganda is undertaking significant reforms to streamline processes, reduce bureaucratic hurdles, and to improve the investment environment. Dennis Ikoma for UBC News.
Meanwhile, President Yoweri Museveni has held a meeting with a delegation of Egyptian investors at State House in Entebbe, led by the chairman of the
and the government work in that one. We have a lot like coffee. We export a lot of containers of coffee now to Egypt. Before, I think
Mohammed Ashad and success and robust infrastructure. President Museveni highlighted Uganda's wealth of raw materials, diverse agricultural products, abundant electricity and ample capital.
By road, by rail, by water. Now, for the product, you need energy, electricity, and you need capital money. So therefore, Uganda has got many of what you need for business. Now Uganda has got raw materials of all types. It has raw materials of agriculture, and now we have minerals like
Now, Foreign Minister of Algeria, Ahmed Taf, has arrived at arrived today at Entebbe International Airport. Taf will be part of the NAM Council of Foreign Ministers convening on Wednesday. He holds the docket that oversees the foreign relations of Algeria and has served as Foreign Affairs Minister since March last year. Taf is a member of the National Rally for Democracy of Algeria and has served as Algerian ambassador to India, former Yugoslavia and the United Kingdom. Before becoming Minister for Foreign Affairs in March last year, Taf was the chief of the Political Affairs Division of the Organization of African Union as from 1977 to 1979. He was also the secretary at the Permanent Mission of Algeria to the United Nations from 79 to 82. He also served as the Deputy Director of the Strategic Affairs and Disarmament of the UN in 1982. He was also the Director of International Political Affairs at the Algerian Ministry of Foreign Affairs in 1984. Angola's Foreign Minister Tete Antonio also arrived at Entebbe International Airport. He will participate in the session of NAM Council of Foreign Ministers on Wednesday. Before he was appointed Minister for Foreign Relations of Angola, Tete was Council Chairperson of the Southern Africa Development Community in August 2023 and served as Secretary of State for External Relations. Tete was a representative of the African Union to the United Nations in New York and was a diplomatic advisor to the President of the African Union Commission. He also served as a Minister Counselor to the Permanent Mission of the Republic of Angola to the United Nations in New York and was a member of the Angolan delegation to the United Nations Security Council from 2003 to 4. Tete was also a principal expert during the Angolan presidency of the UN Peace Building Commission and was also an advisor to the President of the 59th session of the UN General Assembly between 2004 and 5. Now, DRC's Foreign Affairs Minister Christopher Lutundula also arrived today. Christopher Lutundula is a member of the National Assembly of the DRC and Deputy President of the Assembly. He was appointed Minister for Foreign Affairs on 12th of April 2021 and helped to create the Lutundula Commission, which was an important investigation by the post-war transition government into the mining contracts signed by both rebels and government employees with mining companies during the First and Second Congo Wars. Lutundula believes in making diplomacy a pillar and an instrument of DRC's development and foreign policy. He is an ardent participant in the African affairs and global leadership and believes and relies on the good neighborhood policy. Godfrey Kabyanga has confirmed how government has so far not received any bad incident on the ongoing NAM summit. According to Kabyanga, the country has received close to 1,500 delegates who have been exposed to areas of investments. The minister notes that government is to focus on tapping into such events that tend to promote the country. Kabyanga was speaking in an interview with UBC in Kampala.
Any bad incident, I have confirmed from the National Organizing Committee and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs that all the 120 countries have arrived in one way or another. Some, their head of delegations have come, mainly those ones which will be headed by ministers, and some who will be headed by heads of states, vice presidents, prime ministers. Their adverse parties are already around. So at least 120 countries are here. And we have received now more than 1,000 delegates. I think by the time I checked, it was clocking to 1,500. So far the organization is good. We have not had any bad incident. Everything is going on normally. Everything is progressing normally. Entebbe is very busy, the airport, and we have not had any complaint. Guests are being received and they are happy with the services we are offering now at Entebbe International Airport. We have not received any complaints from guests who are sleeping in hotels outside the Conference Hotel in Munyonyo, everybody is comfortable. So we pray that the rest of the days continue like that. But also, the people should know, the listeners and who are viewing us, that after NAM, then we shall have the G77 plus China, which is also beginning on 21st. One of the benefits we are going to get as a country is to enhance our diplomatic reputation. And now that guests have come, they are happy and we have handled them well. We have not had any diplomatic hitches. We have done well. And obviously, NAM coming here is a vote of confidence in the management of this country. So that also shows us that we have really done well. In terms of visibility, all TV stations of the world are here. All the focus now is on Uganda. Because every country which comes here is coming with their own news crew. And therefore, all TVs are here. But our national broadcaster has also shown the whole world that they are on top of it, UBC. Because UBC is the main broadcaster of NAM. And it is performing very well. I even rang the MD this morning to congratulate him. Because this time round, I've received more compliments than complaints.
Now, the presidential advisor of Pan-African Women, Grace Kaboyo, has said that Uganda should use the Non-Aligned Movement Conference to promote tourism. She says more than 5,000 delegates are in the country and it's time to sell out different products Uganda has to offer.
While addressing the media in Kampala, Presidential Advisor on Special Duties and Secretary General Pan-African Women, Grace Kaboyo, told the media on the importance of NAM conference to Uganda.
You know, as Pan-Africanists believe in unity, especially of the African people and all the good-willed people. When they get together, action becomes meaningful. For a common Ugandan, that this NAM, though it is very short this time, that the delegates will go back knowing how rich Uganda is touristically. If you add it to our traditional values and cultures of the great hospitality, there is no way a good percentage of these delegates will not come back.
The Executive Director, Uganda Hotel Owners Association, Jean Byamgisha, said that they selected 70 hotels to accommodate NAM delegates and called upon hotel owners to adhere on the agreed terms with Uganda Tourism Board.
This is a testament of the growth of the hospitality and hotel industry. You see that in 20 years ago when we were doing Chogam, we were panic-stricken. Everything was last minute. We were building hotels at last minute. But this time, apart from the convention center, all the hotels, what they needed to do was just refurbish, was just retrain their hotel staff. And basically, we had the equipment, we had the machinery, we had the facilities that were all required.
The Managing Director, Fairway Hotel, Azza Ali Jaffa Bandali, added that this is a great opportunity for Uganda to notify the world of the rare hospitality. Bandali noted that as they are selected to accommodate the delegates, he assured them of better service.
We get is the infrastructure is improved. So in order for the country to prepare for such a conference, the roads are done up better, the beautification is done up, which helps everyone and it helps the industry. If you look at Chogam, what Chogam brought for the city, it brought awareness. And we hope that this conference will bring more awareness to what Uganda has to offer, bring more guests, business travelers and tourists to come and explore what Uganda has.
The General Manager, Hotel Triangle Kampala, Juko Gabriel, said that the peace that prevails in the country has promoted leisure and hospitality as host to the 19th NAM conference.
Put everything in place to receive those guests, and we are very ready. We have even stocked whatever we have.
Sudat Kaye and Richard Chilembeka, UBC News.
In other news, the Vice President Jessica Lupo has commiserated with Sisters of Sacred Heart Convent following the passing of Kangole Girls SS former headmistress, Sister Margaret Conroy. Sister Margaret died on Thursday last week after a short illness. She was buried in Buyikwe District. Lupo, the chief mourner and former deputy head prefect at Kangole Girls SS in Karamoja, eulogized Sister Margaret as a very good communicator and strict administrator. She handed over 10 million shillings from President Yoweri Museveni towards burial expenses.
We are sorry. We are very, very sorry to miss you.
While addressing mourners in Buyikwe district yesterday, Vice President Major Retired Jessica Lupo said that her time in Kangole Girls Senior Secondary School was made very memorable, largely because of the unique method of administration by Sister Margaret Conroy, who was commonly referred to as Sister Maggie.
We enjoyed our life in Kangole, courtesy of Reverend Sister Maggie. She took care of us as if she was taking care of her personal daughters. I recall during my first school weekly assembly in Kangole SS, I heard loud and clear Reverend Sister Maggie speak with a parental tone, but it was laced with sufficient authority. I bring you warm greetings from His Excellency, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, who I notified about the death of Reverend Sister Maggie. And when I told him that the burial is in Buyikwe, I was trying to describe the location. He told me that I know that
in Rome in 1960. She arrived in Uganda in 1971 after she was given permission to go on missions. In 1980, Margaret went to Karamoja to be part of the founding community of Mission of Kangole. At the time of her death, Sister Margaret was teaching novices in Buyikwe district and working as professional archivist. May her soul rest in peace. Etole Ed Archangel, UBC News.
And Chief Justice Alfonso Winnie Dolo has called for collaborative efforts to fight the alleged corruption in the judiciary by always reporting corrupt judiciary officials. The Chief Justice was swearing in magistrates at the judiciary headquarters in Kampala.
Five magistrates have taken oath of office and confirmed as judicial officials at the judiciary headquarters in Kampala. During the swearing-in ceremony, Chief Justice Alfonso Winnie Dolo asked the public to join them in fighting corruption in the judiciary and urged the judicial officials to uphold transparency and adhere to the oath of office.
If the people of Uganda shun corruption, if the people of Uganda do not honor corrupt people, you see in elections, votes are bought. What is that? Many times we hear allegations, we receive allegations against this or that judicial officer. Then we say, please, give me something concrete. They will know I'm the one who've given you. How do I act? So I'm speaking out to the people of Uganda. We can only fight corruption if you know the Chief Justice is corrupt. Please come and say, Mr. Chief Justice, here is the evidence. Have the courage to step down so that you are not embarrassed, irrespective of their socio-economic status or standing. Justice must not be delayed. Render your decision expeditiously. The people come to you.
Deputy Chief Justice Richard Butera advised magistrates to take each case important as they render justice to litigants and keep relationship with other government institutions.
The judiciary has the duty to deliver justice to the population, but you'll never do it alone. For a criminal case, it will arise in a village, and probably the person who arrests the offender is an LOC chairman. Witnesses won't come to your court unless the LOCs and the local government leaders help you to get the witnesses to come to court. People should come to court and don't feel they are being terrorized. Justice begins from that.
The Principal Judge, Dr. Flavian Nzeija, urged the newly sworn-in magistrates to have timely rulings and judgments.
Next, observance of good customer care practices in all aspects of service delivery in our courts. You need to know, I'm sure even some of you may have been even fearing to come to court. Now you are there. So now you imagine a villager who has never come to court who thinks that he's going to be arrested. You must have a system of customer care at your courts to ensure that whoever comes to court is assisted. 3, ensuring certainty of hearing dates for court users. People should know when they are coming to court and when they are returning to court.
Rosemary Barebe, who represented the Chief Registrar, asked them to protect the image of the judiciary.
So with that appointment and with the new terms of conditions, we welcome you, but caution you to jealously guard your place in the judicial service. You regard your place in the judicial service by working hard and meeting the key performance indicators.
Deborah Namamonde, Susan Nabugudde, UBC News.
Well, and that does it for news tonight. Thank you for sticking with us through the hours and throughout the day with the updates from the 19th NAM conference. I am Rhoda Ngonzi. Have yourselves a lovely night.